Hey everyone, Reclaimer here with 2XP Gaming. We're going to be going through the third part and the final part of the Dubious Task Exotic Weapon Bounty for Destiny. This part is going to be complete a weekly or nightfall strike. So we're going to go ahead and show you what it's like. Okay, so what we're going to be showing you today is the weekly heroic strike that was on Destiny this past week, which was on Venus. Quite, I don't want to say a difficult strike. This was actually the Nightfall strike as well, and IGN showed it's pretty darn easy to complete this if you have enough people. This was just Captain Jock and myself. Running through this weekly heroic strike, we actually upped it to level 26 instead of the default, which I believe was a level 22. Overall, we found it fairly easy. We did die a few times, but I'd say the entire process took roughly an hour with deaths and everything like that and technical difficulties. All in all, not a bad strike. Doesn't matter if you die. It doesn't matter how many times it takes you to complete the strike. As long as you complete a weekly strike or a weekly nightfall strike, you will be done with that part of a Dubious Task Exotic Weapon Bounty. After that, you simply have to buy 50 weapon, I believe it's special ammo synthesis packs from the gunsmith, turn it into the Warlock Vanguard, and you have yourself the Invective Exotic Shotgun, which is fully automatic, does awesome damage. It's a pretty darn cool shotgun. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be fast forwarding through this strike. Again, I don't really want to show you the full hour plus of the strike. I just want to show you a couple things that you have to do. First part of the strike, you're going to be running through the Vex and the Fallen here, going ahead and taking them down every which way you can. So that's the first thing you want to do. The next portion of this strike is going to be this part where you have to basically clear out all the Vex, which includes a couple of Minotaurs. So that can be rather difficult. What IGN suggests and what we found very useful was equipping scout rifles and or sniper rifles, put some scopes on them if you have them, and then go ahead and snipe off the Vex that are down below. One of your fire team should be on one of the ledges. Another part of your fire team could be on a ledge closer, and basically just get them from a distance. We found that rather easy. It took a decent amount of ammo, but we finally got them to the point where we can move on to the next portion, which is going down and activating the door where you have to deploy your ghost. That's when you're going to have a lot more difficult enemies. You're going to have more Minotaurs. You're going to have more things coming at you. You could run into some issues here because of running out of ammo, but just keep it up. Keep going for it, and in a couple minutes, you'll go be clear of this particular part of the strike, and you can move on to the next section. Okay, so once you've completed the what I call the sniping part of the strike, you're going to want to move forward and get on the Pikes and travel on through. Again, you're going to have more Vex to deal with here. There are going to be some Minotaurs around, so make sure you keep your distance. Go ahead and use the Pikes to your advantage. Keep moving. Don't stay in one spot, and just keep going at it. We did die a couple times during this section just because there were some enemies that got to us before we could move these vehicles. You got to keep in mind that sometimes maneuvering these things can be a bit cumbersome, but you do need to keep in mind the cumbersome handling of the vehicles. Other than that, though, you have unlimited ammo that you can use with these things, so go for it. Try and get rid of the enemies as quick as you can, but I guess take your time as well. You don't want to be just going in there guns a-blazing, because you will get killed pretty quickly by these Minotaurs, which you're going to actually see happen to me in a moment or two. When you have the weekly, I believe it was the heroic strike that we did here, you're not going to be able to respawn. You're going to need to have a teammate pick you up, so they need to definitely be cognizant of the surroundings. As you can see there, this Minotaur just two-shotted me with their torch hammer, so pretty crazy. Luckily, I had Captain Jock to come get me, which was much appreciated on my part. He put himself at risk there. as you can see. So you're going to go through this section. This actually probably, other than the main boss, this took us the longest for us to clear. So just keep at it. Use your heavy on the Minotaurs if you need to. But once you clear this section, you're going to be moving forward to handle the boss of the strike. Alright, so the final part of this weekly strike will be eliminating the fallen boss, which you will see come out of his little shell in a moment. We learned this trick from IGN, where you basically come up here and crouch under the scaffolding, equip long-range weapons, and go ahead and pick him off, snipe at him, do all the crazy things that you need to do to take his health down. Now, as you can see, Captain Jock will not be here much longer, because this particular part of the map, you cannot get good shots on him, and for good reason. I really don't think Bungie intended for us to complete this strike and take the final boss out just by sitting under some scaffolding. So eventually what Captain Jock does is he will go to the other section of this particular part of the strike that IGN recommended and did work rather well, which he goes and hugs the right corner when we first got into this stage, and the enemies really don't go around that right corner all that often. So he's able to handle the Archon Priest from one side of the stage, where I get to handle him from another side of the stage. This section did take us the longest, reason being he has extremely high health, especially at level 26. I don't think our weapons were really up to the task. We did as much as we could with some of our fully upgraded weapons, and it just didn't do what we needed it to do. So this section did take a while. Captain Jock did die once, and actually what ended up happening was we decided to have him drop out into orbit and then follow me and get back in on my fire team, because I was the party leader, and that worked out quite well. He got credit for it, and he was able to spawn back in with full ammo. Again, not sure if Bungie necessarily intended for that to happen, but that's what happened. So again, you're just seeing us do some gameplay here. I'm going to speed it up a little bit, and then we're going to get to the end where you can see us complete it. Okay, so in a few moments here, you're going to see us defeat the level 26 Archon Priest here. Quite a triumphant moment for us, if we do say so. Took us quite a while to get through this strike. It was only the two of us, and we got it done. So Archon Priest is now defeated. We'll go around, we'll collect any of our engrams. As you can see, we got a lot from this strike. It is well worth the time. What we're going to do now is we're going to jump into orbit, and then we are going to go back to the tower so we can turn this section of the bounty in to the Warlock Vanguard. Alright, finally. So we get to the tower. You are ready to turn in any bounties that you may have, which we always like to do when we get back to the tower. Get some extra rep. When you're ready, head on down to see the Warlock Vanguard and turn in this section of the bounty. This is going to be pretty easy after this. You need to have a lot of Glimmer. If you didn't do this prior to the other parts of the mission, you're going to need to farm Glimmer, because you're going to need to buy 50 special weapon ammo synthesis packs from the gunsmith. I believe they are 250 Glimmer each, so you're going to need 50 of them. So again, once you've turned that into the Warlock Vanguard, we're going to go ahead to the gunsmith, and we are going to trade our 50 special weapon synthesis packs, and that is going to give us the magazine and the charged Invective shotgun. Then, finally, because Destiny likes to make us run around for things, we're going to run back to the Warlock Vanguard, and she will give us our completed exotic shotgun labeled Invective. And there you have it, folks. We now have our exotic shotgun, the Invective. I can tell you that this thing is a beast in the Crucible. What little Crucible I play, it is quite a beast. So it is an awesome shotgun. Definitely worth the exotic bounty. That's what we've got for you here. So we really hope you enjoyed this Destiny series. Please comment and like if you want us to do more of this. We really did enjoy giving these almost how-to guides, and we love Destiny, and we love to help teach you. So please let us know if you want to see more types of guides like this. This is Reclaimer with 2XP Gaming. Enjoy.